Once again, it's Halloween. My favorite time of the year. You know, usually I tear apart one of the movies from the Halloween franchise, but not this year. Oh no, I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna present my top 13 favorite Halloween movies and shows to watch during Halloween. Why 13? I don't know, it just sounds evil. So, let's go. Number 13, Ernest Scared Stupid. Why, you may ask? Well, a lot of these favorite picks are from my own personal childhood. If this movie came out today, I'd probably never watch it. Yeah, it may lack in plot and the character development is fucking terrible, but it's an Ernest movie, who cares? As goofy and as retarded as this movie may be, it'll always have a special place in my heart.
Let's see how you like a little Miak.
Number 12, Roseanne. No one does Halloween better than Roseanne. No one. Yeah, fuck off. Many TV sitcoms have their own Halloween specials, but none of them even come close or go the distance as Roseanne. They were full of costumes, blood, gore, and they even had some scares. Watching them now, I can see that Roseanne, like me, has a huge love of Halloween. Number 11, The Headless Horseman. There's been several versions of this story. Even Tim Burton made one, but my personal favorite isn't a movie at all. I always loved The Haunted Closet's Headless Horseman of Sleepy Hollow. It was an illustrated book and record set originally sold through Scholastic Book Club in the 1970s. I first found this in my mother's old record collection, and something about it just scared the shit out of me. It will always remind me of that fear of Halloween. It just seems to always be a classic tale of terror. Number 10, Donnie Darko. I know this movie's more about time travel and a boy's search for meaning and significance to an almost avoidable death, but this movie does take place around and on Halloween. Even though it's not about Halloween, I still love the nostalgia the movie creates. I remember watching the ending and just loving those classic 80s costumes, and that Frank costume is just fucking creepy. If I saw that thing in real life, I'd shit my pants.
What's the point of living if you don't have a dick?
Number 9, Monster Squad. Again, I'm drawing from my childhood, but isn't that what makes us love and cherish any holiday? It's that feeling we get from the perspective of being a child. Monster Squad is really an underappreciated film. Yeah, it's cheesy and goofy at times, but it's not meant to be taken seriously. I always love it because it had all my favorite horror movie villains thrown into one. In fact, why don't they do this now? I'd love to watch a horror movie comedy with Jason, Freddy, Chucky, Leatherface, Michael Myers, and fuck, throw in some Ash. If you haven't seen Monster Squad, go and check it out.
Take him in the north! Take him in the north! He doesn't have north! Do it! Do it! Wolfman's got north!
Number 8, Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th. I'm lumping these two together because they aren't necessarily Halloween related, but they always remind you of the holiday. Anytime in October you can flip through the channels and somewhere, there'll be marathons of these fucking movies just running all day long. And as a kid, I loved it. I loved watching these bastards. They never were deep in plot, but the death scenes were fucking awesome and always delivered. Jason and Freddy will always be remembered as horror movie legends like Dracula and Frankenstein. Number 7, Are You Afraid of the Dark? Are you fuckers? No matter what episode you watch, you're definitely in for a scare. Well, PG scare, I guess. Now I know most people love Goosebumps more, but me personally, I always just thought this show was more darker. Well, not as dark as Tales from the Crypt, which I guess deserves some mention, but fuck that. Are You Afraid of the Dark will always be a legend.
Who are you?
Vink's the name. Dr. Vink.
Dr. Fink?
Vink, with a verb.
Number 6, Beetlejuice. Fuck yeah, I love Beetlejuice. This is Tim Burton at his best before he used up Depp like an old dirty tampon. Man, can you imagine Depp playing Beetlejuice in a remake of this? Oh fuck, Danny Elfman raping his own soundtrack. Anyway, this movie always gets me in the mood for Halloween, and I feel Michael Keaton created a classic character that will be remembered for years to come.
Nice fucking model!
Number 5, Nightmare Before Christmas. Yeah, you might think I'm sucking the cock of Burton, but I do love this movie. What happened to Burton making classics like these? Who else could create a film that can be a Halloween movie and also a Christmas story? Genius. The music kicks ass, and the whole movie looks like some demented claymation of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. This is a great story about finding something new to be passionate about, but never forgetting who you truly are. And if you do, you might end up missing what truly makes you happy. Number 4, Evil Dead, the original. There's so many horror movies that could be put in this list, but personally, Evil Dead is definitely a movie that I watch on Halloween. Now that it's been remade, many of the younger fans will probably never even care to watch the original, but fuck those kids, go suck a dick. It's a simple story with a very unique style for its time. Of course, the movies today make it look like an episode of My Little Pony, but Evil Dead is just fucking awesome. Number 3, It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. This was one of the first shows to popularize Halloween. The Great Pumpkin always brings that Halloween feeling over me. I can remember just getting home from trick-or-treating. You got half your costume on, warming up from a cold fall night. Your candy is spread all over the floor, and your parents are checking it for razor blades and needles. And what comes on the TV? The Great Pumpkin. It's fucking awesome, and always will be. Number 2, Halloween. The title alone says it all. It's fucking Halloween. Whatever you do, don't babysit on Halloween night, or else a guy in a William Shatner mask will carve you and your friends up. Yeah, there's not much to say about this movie that hasn't been said by many critics and reviewers before, so I'm not going to go on and on and on and on. This movie has set the tone for thousands of horror movies, even now, and always will. Halloween. So what's my number 1? What is it? Well, before I say, remember this is my own personal list, so keep the hate mail to a minimum. But without further stalling, The Exorcist. Wait, fuck that. Everyone picks that. Everyone picks that fucking movie. I'm gonna go with The Shining. Yes, I love this movie. As a child, it scared the fucking shit out of me, and it still does. Just that opening scene, that music, oh man, fucking terrifying. I know most diehard Stephen King fans hate Kubrick's version, and even King hates it because of the changes he made, but come on! How many bad Stephen King movies are there? Fuck, the miniseries of The Shining was god-awful, not to mention Maximum Overdrive, and Stephen King directed that himself. But anyway, this movie is horrifying to me. The sense of isolation and the desperate need to escape from the hotel is nerve-wracking. Unlike Jason or Freddy movies, it doesn't have several unique death scenes. In fact, Jack only kills one person in this entire film, yet there's so many memorable scenes that live up to so many other horror movies. It's just great. There are also so many film critics still debating about whether Kubrick had hidden subplots into the movie. Check out the documentary Room 237 if you want to learn more about that. Or not, it's kind of boring. Anyway, The Shining was one of the first horror movies I ever saw, and it's probably why it has left such an impression on me. Fuck, I can almost quote the whole movie.
I can't get out. Run. Run and hurry. Run. Quick.
Little pigs, let me come in. Not by the hair on your chinny chin chin. Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in.
my top Halloween TV shows and movies. I hope you enjoyed it. But, you know, I could go on and on about this all day, but I gotta go trick-or-treating. Happy Halloween, folks.